you, folks. I love all of you, and thanks for putting up with me. I am in a bit of an angry mood today because watching my country die, watching it being overrun by crooks, watching them on the verge of passing taxes on toilet paper, bottled drinks, beef, chicken, pork, roads, all plastics, factories, to know that it's unlimited power for all these agencies to just come in and shut down whatever they want. It makes me mad. I mean, you really want to get down to it, I try to just get angry and hate these people, but at the core of it, I'm just sick of it. It's so ridiculous that the evil has to keep winning. I'm tired of it. We just went live at prisonplanet.tv, an hour and 50 minutes into the radio show. We're here live every day, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Coming up, I got a bunch of video clips I want to play. I've got Walter Cronkite at a World Federalist Society calling for world government. We have Hillary Clinton last week at the Council on Foreign Relations saying that the CFR tells the White House what to do, which is a fact. But now these bastards are openly, they've gone from saying the CFR didn't exist 10, 12 years ago to saying it exists and they run things. I mean, again, they're dominating us. They're just showing us everything. And I have a CNBC clip because the last time, 3 months ago, the last number was 14.8 trillion they'd stolen in 7 months. Now, 9 months into the banker takeover from last October, 24 trill. The sky's the limit. Folks, we got to pay for all this with interest. I mean, it's over. We're screwed. Either we say we're not paying it, it's fraud, you all go to jail, bankers, or they rule us with carbon police. And it's on the news. They've got carbon police. It's on the news. They're saying it's good. I mean, I am just going crazy, folks. This is so insane. And by the way, we're not the bankers. We're not the New World Order. They get to tax you and then use our own money against us. So at the closing of this hour, we'll come right back and get into all the video clips and your calls. I want to tell folks about Fabled Enemies. Jason Burmis' hard-hitting 9/11 film exposing how the globalists carried out the attacks. The latest information, the most up-to-date. Want to get Fabled Enemies at Infowars.com. Endgame blueprint for global enslavement to understand what makes the New World Order tick, what their master plan is. A new documentary presentation with added footage nobody had ever seen of that last interview Aaron Russo did before he died with me. Reflections and Warnings, interview with Aaron Russo. We've got a deal on Infowars.com where you can get this for free when you get it with the Obama deception. I just want to get these out to people. Folks had requested that we put this on a DVD in higher quality. It's got a presentation for myself, the latest banking info, and a bunch of other clips and documents, reflections and warnings, very important. Global Warming, Emerging Science and Understanding, Dr. Michael Kaufman's latest film on the whole green tax scam. And, of course, the Obama deception. I watched this film again with friends I was staying with in Los Angeles while I was doing some work, and they were just completely blown away by it. And I really, watching my own film in hindsight, 5 months after it came out, this sucker is powerful and needs to be seen. Infowars.com. Have these DVDs on your bookshelf, on your video shelf. And also your purchase supports this radio show. I want to thank all of you that have gotten the books and videos available at Infowars.com. You can also call toll-free. Operators are standing by, 888-253-3139, 888-253-3139. All right, third hour. Stay with us. It's Tuesday, the 21st day of July, 2009. We're going to be live here for the next 2 hours. And I know I said we'd have wide open phones today. We have been taking your calls. In fact, let's go ahead and take a few calls. And in the next segment, I'm going to play these video clips dealing with $24 trillion stolen by the offshore banks. A story that dovetailed with a caller earlier about Army awards $24 million satellite terminal contract to L3. The U.S. Army will begin buying new ground terminals to expand battlefield access to commercial satellite communications bandwidth under a $24 million contract awarded April 15th. So that dovetails in with the Humvees and things zooming around, running checkpoints. So we'll go over that report as well coming up. Another report here, powerful ideas, military developing cyberbug spies. And I remember 2 years ago, it was in the Washington Post about fake dragonflies, about 4 inches across, 5 inches long, flying around videotaping demonstrators. Yeah, this is now going on, ladies and gentlemen. I was at a friend's house this weekend, and we were working on a report, and this lizard outside comes running up to us, and my buddy goes, probably got a camera in it. He was joking, but, you know, we've now gotten to that point where you have to sit there and joke about such things. So that's all coming up. Also, Bohemian Grove's been going for about a week and a half now, so we've got some new news on that as well. That's coming up. But right now, let's go back to your calls. Let's talk to John in Louisiana. John, thanks for holding. Top of the morning to you.
How are you doing, Alex? Thank you and Jason for all of the work you have done. And I actually have some good news for you.
Oh, well, hell, let me have it. I want to hear it.
In the mid-level minions of the New World Order decided they wanted to sell their eugenics plan, you know, their eugenics health care, to the people in Louisiana. Well, they didn't advertise it at all because they wanted very little opposition. And media from all the, mainstream local outlets were there. But we actually managed to get a really good question in despite all of the other questions that they had. Kathleen Celibis, the head of the Health and Human Services Department, went to Bilderberg. It was reported in the Kansas Daily in 2007, and she was on the list for 2008. And we asked her that question. And she
So what did you ask her about the wondrous new federal health care they're going to give you?
Well, I couldn't get a question, and I was videotaping it on my camera phone. And I actually have the video. Have the video uploaded on the computer already on YouTube.
Good.
And we went under Campaign for Liberty. We started handing out constitutions in the audience. I know. Dangerous stuff. I'm handing out constitutions and an Obama.
Did this freak them out? Did they think Al-Qaeda was hitting hard?
Yes, they did. But it was actually really surprising because some of the cops came up to us and shook our hands after we mentioned Bilderberg. It seemed like some people in the crowd knew what we were asking. I even heard gasps. I heard
oh
a lot
my
of clapping.
God, they're mentioning our rulers. Oh, don't. Oh, the officers arrest them. The officers are like, no, we're not going to. How dare you? Ah. I want to hear more about this. You say this video's up. Stay there. I want to hear more about this from our caller, John, Louisiana. And I'll talk to Mark, Chad, David, Joshua, and others. It's all coming up, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the one, the only GCN Radio Network. Hey, sorry, Limbaugh. All those years you said the Bilderberg didn't exist, the CFR didn't. You're discredited. You were unable to suppress conservative America. They now know the truth.